So now that we have sampled our three-dimensional aberration from a real lens, let's apply this aberration to the full CG image. So let's uncheck preview map. By the way, if you need to reverse the spectrums, you can do that, although this is rare that you're gonna need to do this, but if you need to, that's the reason for that checkbox. So let's unpreview this and let's begin to add some aberration. For that, you need to go to the dispersion size, and you're gonna need to add kind of a very low value. So let's see what this does, and you can see already some aberration from the background field popping up in there. So let's go lower than that, and there it is. You also have a boost detail in case you wanna see the aberration popping on both sides of a feature. You can do that, so we can leave that on for now. Maybe use a lower value. And so let's see now what's going on in the foreground field, and we can see that nothing is happening, and there is a reason for that. So now we are gonna adjust the value in the colors, because the value is too low now and is not bleeding in the edge of this feature. So we are now seeing the foreground field here. So let's go to the foreground field and let's increase the value of the foreground field aberration. So we have value of 1, so let's go higher, and we also want to increase, so this is very low, 0.1 is almost nothing, and now you can see the aberration popping up in the features. You're gonna see, as any other lens, you're gonna see less aberration in the center, but as soon as you go radially towards the edges, you're gonna see more aberration popping up, like so. So if we disable the aberration, no aberration and aberration. So looks like usually a value of, let's say for this lens, we're gonna use values of 1.5 or 2, and the same for the foreground field. Let's make a 2 in there. Let's go to these other fields and increase the value. So the hue is the same, but we are just increasing the values on these fields. So now if we go a full screen, let's wait for everything to update, and now you can clearly see that the frame is being aberrated three-dimensionally. One thing that we can do in the focus area, and let's soften this area a bit more. Usually in almost all the lenses, the areas towards the circle of confusion, and so these two hues, the first hue in the background and the first hue in the foreground, we can desaturate them a bit more. So those areas in focus are usually more desaturated, and so there it is. And one other control that I can show you is the vertical shift. So if you need the aberration to pick up more just in the vertical axis, you can increase the value here too. So these are usually small values. So let's say you want to see 0.41, so there it is. You can see the aberration popping up more and more. It's more like a bleeding blurry effect, so it's just like kind of acts as a boost effect if you need to, similar to what the boost detail here does. So let's turn that off for now, and let's use a small value for the vertical shift. And there it is. You have your foreground field in the periphery with its aberration, a more desaturated aberration in the circle of confusion, and a more green aberration in the foreground field that is closer to the camera. So that's it for now. I have shown you all these controls. I don't remember if I show you the center one, but it for some reason you need to move the center a little bit. So remember that we are focusing in this area here, and the aberration always is gonna update with the focal point. But if you need to just do a fine tune of the center, you can do that. So that's it for now, and in the next video we're going to move to these other aberrations. Take care.